reflection, not the mirror on the wall. Imperfections, overanalyze every flaw. Self-destructive deception, deadly conversations. Yeah, in my head, I wind up dead, but that's not my intention. You won't like what you find, deep in the dark depths of my mind. The walls are closing in, I feel this is the end. We'll make it out alive. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy, I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy, I'm my own worst enemy. Self-inflicted perception, sinking deeper in my mind. Like touch in my vanity, I'll make it out alive. First in line to hate my rhymes, I don't know why I waste my time. I can't find happiness, I've tried. Maybe I'm blind. I should throw it all away and find another favorite girl. When I should give up on my dreams, see my hope for being broken. Stop believing in myself, I'm not a diamond in the rough. Disappear to my doubts, cause I'll never be enough. Every time I feel this way, I feel the weight of feeling wrong. Try to be myself today, but it won't stay that way for long. Introspective imperfections, yeah, I see them all. Try to sing the pain away, but I just sing the same old song. Yeah. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy, I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy, I'm my own worst enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy, I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy, I'm my own worst enemy.
What is up, everyone? Happy Merry Hump Day. It's a new episode of Banger Wednesday, and it's the start of season 2. And I don't know about you guys, but those 3 tracks we played really got me hyped. And for you guys that don't know, all those tracks we just listened to are from bands that have been on this show. I just played them straight from the Spotify playlist, the Banger Wednesday official Spotify playlist. And that's where all the bands tonight are also going to land after we're done wrapping it up. So, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. I've just been utterly blown away with the amount of awesome bands we had on season 1. And those 3, I just picked those randomly, but they definitely are some of my favorites that we've had on. But hopefully it gives you guys an idea of what we got in store for season 2, because, the list keeps growing, the bands keep submitting, and the quality is just nonstop, amazing. So, with that said, since this is season 2, we do have a few new things happening tonight, and I do want to take a moment to talk about some of those, and I do have an ad break coming in. So let's see. Where am I going to start? Let's start with this. How about this? While we go on the ad break, we're going to go ahead and do some intros. Okay, so joining me tonight in Discord, I have our moderator, Pain and Gain. So I want you guys to, take a moment and follow her. I just pinged her in chat. She has been instrumental in helping me set up this live Twitch stream because obviously I'm a musician. I'm not a streamer, but here we are anyway. And she helped us get all this together, and she's here tonight with us, and she's going to help moderate everything for me. So definitely give her a follow. She's a pro gamer. She does some awesome content. Just give her a follow. I would greatly appreciate that. Also in Discord with me and part of the new co-host panel we got going on, I have Dom from Distance is Dead. He's our resident vocal expert and, again, frontman for Distance is Dead, and he is an awesome TikTok content creator, so be sure to go find him on TikTok and follow him, and he's here with us tonight. And for those of you that happen to not know who I am Forge, solo artist of the band Forged by Titans, and obviously creator of the Banger Wednesday show. And, that's the introductions there. Now, in Discord with the bands, I have Escaping the Eclipse, Reverse the Hollowing, Four Absent Friends, and Ashes. And so how tonight's going to play out, if you've been to the show before, we normally just kind of roll through bands, listen to tracks. Well, we're going to introduce some games between these tracks, just to have some fun. They're metal related games that I got. And one of those games will give all of you the opportunity to win one of the free prizes tonight, which is going to be one of the brand new official Banger Wednesday t-shirts. Tons of colors, tons of awesome, cool shit. But you got to play to win. And there's also one last catch in case you missed it. Step 1, following the show. Just hit the little follow button. Doesn't cost you anything. And if you win the game and you hit that follow button, you'll be hearing from me, and we'll get you a free shirt sent right to your doorstep. All right. So let's see. Making sure I got everyone back from the ad break. I think we do. Okay. So we're going to go to Kyle with Escaping the Eclipse. So Kyle, go ahead and unmute. And we're going to go over to a little question form I forgot to switch over to. All right, Kyle.
It's good, guys.
What's up, man? All right, here we go. Let me make you nice and big on the screen. Here we go. All right. So Kyle, tell us a little bit about the band and, give us a little insight on this track you sent us. What can we expect from it? And while you do that, I'll make sure I got that song queued up, okay? So go ahead. Floor is yours, my friend.
Sure. My name's Kyle. I'm the vocalist of Escaping the Eclipse. Fun fact about us, we started as a solo project. I started it as a solo project. Our first EP was entirely written, recorded, and poorly produced by yours truly. And then I moved from Illinois to Nebraska, found some members, and currently we are performing as a two-piece, just me and a guitarist with backing tracks. We've got a decent amount of traction here in the local scene. Omaha is amazing. Omaha, Nebraska. The track, the guitarist and I got together and we wrote the Reaping album, which is what Pathology is off of. Pathology is kind of follows along the lines of what's the word I'm looking for? The whole theme of the album, which is kind of just a cathartic release of energy, including a lot of pent up anger. So this one's kind of geared towards the haters.
Hey, I'm down for that. So, all right, cool. So you guys heard it. Let me go ahead and throw you guys over to the listening room, and we're going to check out this track. And again, for you guys that are new to the show, we play all these tracks from start to finish, the very last second. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. So if you come up with any questions or you want to say anything in chat, please throw it in there. I always go to chat. I always find the questions. We'll always get them answered. So enjoy the tune, come up with some questions, and see you on the flip side. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and play Escaping the Eclipse, Pathology. Here we go. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, that playlist wanted to play the very next song. All right, cool. So let me throw us over to the question and answer forum, man. That was a good track. I'm excited. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. All right.
For sure.
So here we go. Let me hold on. My camera's messing up. Let me get you back over here. I lost you for a second. Not cool, bro. All right, here we go. I got you now. Okay, so my boy Bryce. Bryce has shown up to every show. He's had a band that's been on the show too. I just want to give him a quick shout out. And he was messing with me because he missed me last week. Last week was obviously Valentine's Day. Obviously didn't want to ruin everyone's Valentine's Day. With Banger Wednesday. So Payne, remind me. We all had got together and gamed that night, did we not? If you chimes in on chat, but yeah. My Valentine's Day was pretty quiet.
Yeah, we were definitely gaming.
Yeah. So again, that's Payne, everyone, our moderator, fellow gamer, like playing some crazy games with her. She takes me down the rabbit hole sometimes, and that's what we did for Valentine's Day. Anyway, back to Kyle and his track. Okay, so I'm scrolling through real quick. I don't think I've seen any questions that Kyle did not already answer in chat, but I do have questions of my own. So question number one. Guitars, would you know if you guys were on 6, 7 strings and what tuning you were in?
Yeah, so fun fact, I also do, I say fun fact a lot, sorry.
All good, man.
No, we for the first EP we used 6 strings. For this one we wanted to go heavier. We used 7 string. That song in particular is Drop G. We do use 2 different tunings on the album though. It was Drop G and Drop G sharp.
Right on. Yeah, and so I asked because I'm a big gear guy too. Because I play guitar. That's my primary function. But yeah, it was. I could tell the tuning was a little low, but it kept some really good clarity. So that was really good. So that's why I asked, because I was like, man, it sounds too clean to be a 6 string that low. So I like to clarify those things. So which is going to lead me to my next question. And Dom, I am going to chime you in a minute. For your tracking, did you do all this, home studio, or was this at a commercial studio? How'd that work out for you guys?
Oh, yeah, that was all home studio. It was in my 3rd bedroom. I kind of just set up like a makeshift studio. I got like a 56-inch desk, literally just a TV, a 36-inch TV. The laptop that I'm on now, I use Reaper. It is as low budget as you get.
Hey man, but that's exactly why I like to ask these types of questions, because there are people out there that listen to the show, watch the show, or there's other bands that kind of get intimidated when it comes to sharing their music, because they're in the same situation. They're trying to do something budget friendly and whatnot, and they just don't realize how good a quality they can get out of some of the gear nowadays. We had a band, mid season 1, that was still kind of doing the hanging a microphone in the middle of the room, recording demos. I invited them on, and we talked to them, and we shared what all the other bands were doing and gave them some ideas so they can get a nice demo package together. And they're going to be coming back to the show once they get it together. But yeah, I mean, it's super cool to hear how, especially after you've already listened to the track, it's like, oh man, this is a cool track, sounds great. And then you find out you did it in, like you said, your 3rd bedroom on Reaper, which Reaper is an awesome program. I've played around in it before. But that's awesome, man. You did really well on it. I do want to pull Dom in. Let me get him pulled up in here on my cam. Dom, what you got, any input on this track or any questions?
Oh yeah. So dude, awesome on the vocals. You're the vocalist. You do solo on the vocals. Awesome on the vocals, man. I mean, what are your influences? The false chord that you're using is flipping. It's like airy. It's tight. I love when you're throwing in going from the false chord to the like kind of like the talk shouting. It kind of what reminded me a lot was like Asking Alexandria, Danny Worsnop. And so
Yes.
is that like one of your influences?
Yeah, so my influences range from old school Asking Alexandria to Fit for a King. And I would say my biggest influences, I guess, as for sound goes, would be Fit for a King, um, The Devil Wears Prada, and yeah, Old School Asking, as well as I can't think of the name right now. Levi Benton from Miss May I.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. So how long have you been doing vocals for?
Since I was 16 and could drive, man. I was just, driving and screaming in my car. People are looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I do.
There we go, man. And I guess one last question from me would be, since this is all kind of like, this is just you two really doing the producing, what are some kind of things that you've went through to get the sound that you have? Are you in like Nail the Mix or like anything like that?
Nah, I'm not good enough to be in Nail the Mix yet. I can say that confidently because my drummer, my new drummer, is actually in Nail the Mix currently. So he's got like a full studio setup, a degree in audio engineering and everything. I just hours of YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
I used to work night audit at I work night audit now at another hotel, but I used to work night audit way back in the day when I first started, and they okayed me bringing my guitar and my little setup with the headphones, and I would literally while at work just kind of write some breakdowns and continue just kind of dialing in tones and stuff like that. So eventually I invested more in like Neural DSP, which is what I used on there. I used the Nameless suite. Um, I messed a little around with Get Good Drums. I have the Architect One Kit Wonder on there. Um, so I just continuously mess around. A lot of it started with like MT Power Kit 2, which is like a free drum VST. So I mean, like I said, I started extremely low budget. I started like investing more per suggestions from like friends of Kyle Kelma of formerly of A War Within. Um, so yeah, he's helped me out a lot with the whole mixing and mastering.
Awesome, man.
Right on, right on. And for any of you guys that are just joining, that's right here in main camera on Discord. That's Dom, TikTok creator and vocalist for Distance is Dead. And we're in here right now talking to Kyle from Escaping the Eclipse. And again, just to kind of piggyback on what Dom said, your vocals were really well done. I do like to talk about vocals sometime. I'm not a vocalist, but I definitely can tell whenever vocals are done well, and I think you did very well on your vocals. And again, with the right mixing and mastering, you guys just sounded great all the way around. And let's see, I'm looking over at chat here. So you said your day job is at a hotel, you said?
Yeah, I work overnights right now at a hotel. I work front desk.
Oh, right on. So
You know,
maybe you can help Payne. She wants to be able to stay in a hotel and not have to listen to horrible elevator music when she's in the elevator. So can you maybe just like flip the switch and, I don't know, throw a playlist on there and when she's riding in the elevator?
oh, if I could, I'd play metal all the time, but that's not exactly public opinion.
Right. And I kind of set you up there, and I have to apologize. But since he mentioned it, a good playlist that you could play in your elevator would be the official Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. And I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm going to plug it all night long because it's done great things for a lot of bands. Every band tonight's going to be on the playlist. Every band previously on the show is on that playlist. And if you ever forget where you can go to find some of these bands, come to the playlist, find the band that you're looking for, click their band, and you go down the internet hole to their band page, and the sky's the limit from there. So I pitch it because it's an easy thing to remember. That's where all the bands live. But with that said, where do you primarily like your traffic to go? Are you primarily YouTube, Spotify, TikTok? What's your spot right now, man?
Facebook and Spotify is generally where we kind of mainly push our stuff. It's where we've seen the most success so far. We are picking up some fans on Instagram. We picked up a fan or two off of TikTok. Our TikTok game needs work, so I apologize in advance. But we're probably gonna add like this to TikTok and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
promote you
definitely.
guys. Yeah. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify.
Yeah, TikTok's definitely a chore, and I'm sure Dom can attest to it. I mean, you definitely got to stay active on there if you want to get some real nice traffic and trending. But what also with that said, for anyone that is missing this live on Twitch, you might be watching it from YouTube. So everyone wave to future people watching on YouTube. Whenever Twitch pulls this down, I will have it uploaded over in YouTube, and I try to maybe clip some items, and we'll throw that on TikTok as well. So be sure to stop by the Banger Wednesday YouTube, Banger Wednesday TikTok, and also stop by Dom's TikTok, and if you want to get a little taste of what's going on in here. With that said, Kyle, you got anything else you want to plug, or you got any gigs coming up? Anything you want to tell us that we can chew on?
Yeah, definitely. So definitely go ahead, give us a follow. We are actually gonna undergo like a huge rebrand. Since we got a full lineup, we haven't shown them live yet on stage yet, just because they're still learning the set list. But as soon as they do, we're gonna go through the whole list. Promos, new logo, new singles. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on right now. So this is not the last thing you'll ever hear from us. Go ahead, friend me on Facebook, Kyle initial J Hart. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a show coming up March 15th at Maloney's with our friends in Whitmore, Tetrafuse and Deathshot. All are solid bands. It's gonna be a heavy hitter show. So if you guys are in the surrounding areas, I definitely recommend making it out.
Definitely. And to piggyback on one other thing, he mentioned, not being a one-hit wonder. And that's the same thing for all the bands on this show, just so the bands and everyone watching knows. Bands are always welcome to come back when they got new content. They just need to keep in touch with me. Obviously, I do try and give, new bands to the show first dibs, but I am always welcome to bring back a band that's been here before if I need to fill a slot. So definitely, Kyle, keep in touch whenever you guys do this whole rebrand and come out with some new tracks, and we'll try and get you back on, man. And again, thank you for making the time, and it was a great track, another banger, great way to start the show for us, and hopefully you'll stick around and listen to the rest of the bands tonight. And with that said, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shoot over to the next band. We're gonna do For Absent Friends, and I got Andrew, Devin, and Jay, and let me go ahead and get these guys on main camera here. Boom, magic. So guys, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the band, the track you guys submitted to us, and I'm gonna get that queued up in the background, my friends.
First of all, I just want to say I'm Andrew.
I'm Jay.
I'm Devin.
The song we submitted was Built for a Queen. It was the last song on our 3-song EP that we'd come out with this year, titled From the Heart. We also did a music video for it. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and we'll leave all the lyrical content afterwards because it's super meaningful.
I like it. Short, sweet, to the point. So here we go, guys. I'm going to throw you guys over to the listening room, so hold on to your butts. And these guys dropped us a YouTube video, so keep your eyes on Twitch if you're not. And you know what? Let's just check this track out. Here we go, guys.
I can't seem to find my way
All right.
Today
Whoa,
we'll
whoa,
take a
whoa.
look at the
We
situation.
don't want to listen to that. Don't want to do that either. Stop. All right, sorry about that, guys. It got away from me for a second. Let me throw you guys back over to the question room here. You know what, Dom, if you're ready and you want to chime in, there was a lot of vocal things going on here. I don't know if you want to take the lead on this one right now.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it, bro.
Heck yeah. So, man, yeah, that was really awesome, guys. I love, so correct me if I'm wrong, I'm hearing a lot of like, especially on the main screamer's voice, I'm hearing like undertones of lows and just kind of mixed in between there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of that was so the video has a little bit of a kink to it. Me and Andrew go back and forth on screaming a lot. So normally a lot of the mid to high is him, and then the lower mid to low is me. So we'll layer our voices together on a lot of songs that we do, because I can't hit highs worth anything to save my life. So I leave that up to him, and then I got the bassy voice, so we just mash our stuff together, and it gets that nice swelled sound to it. So we started experimenting with that a lot.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that scream at the end went really high, and there was just like that freaking just tunnel low. That was sounding freaking gnarly. I freaking love that.
Thank you. That's what definitely a lesson learned from that song through, some writing styles and lyrical wise and how it's all done. Definitely took some notes, gotten a lot of good response from that one. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Awesome job, guys. So on a live setting, how do you guys kind of balance between both of you coming in on the singing?
So actually singing wise, I do not sing, as where he can't hit highs screaming, I can't sing worth a shit. So on singing, it's mostly him live. It's mostly him and our other guitarist, Jacob, who's not with us today, They both really do some work, as well as our bassist as well. He has a mic. We're a 6-piece. So a lot of people to work with, 4 microphones live. But as far as back and forth between us two, it's kind of 1 for 1 as the track is, you know.
Heck yeah, we'll love it, guys. That it really does. Like, and Forge will say this all the time. Like, just the amount of talent and people that come on this show, like, never fails to surprise me. Just such unique, just awesome taste in music, and they're just combining that. Like you said, like, just you guys have multiple talents. Each, it sounds like, being able to sing and play instruments. So yeah, flipping awesome, guys. I love those screams.
Yeah, definitely, and to kind of piggyback on how you guys were talking about one doing more high, one doing more low, and you know, that's something that really helps all mixes overall. Like, for instance, you know, like when you're layering guitar, you obviously sometimes you do those melodies. You got one that's a little higher, one that goes a little lower, and what that does is not only is it you know, you're hearing something different, but it's giving you a more full sound all around, because now you're covering 2 different, you know, frequencies, so to speak, in the range, and you get that more full sound. And you guys are kind of doing that with your vocals as well. You got one going high, one going low, and when you guys are overlapping, you're filling that frequency with vocals more, as opposed to just one guy sitting in one area, one guy sitting in the other area at different times. It's a different effect. So that's really cool how you guys were doing that and adding those layers. And you did it well, because when you start overlapping like that, you run the chance of it getting kind of muddy, and that's something that you see with bad mixes on guitars. So most people probably will know this. You know, you got guitars that are in kind of like your mid range and your high mid range, and then your bass is supposed to sit in your low range. And if it's mixed properly, the bass sits in the lower area, the guitars sit in their area, and they don't really overlap much at all, and that's why you get a clean mix. And again, back to your vocals, you guys were able to keep that you're layering, but you weren't overlapping too much where it sounded like crap. And again, just overall, instrumentally, vocally together, you guys sounded amazing. Amazing mix. It was clear. You could hear everything that was going on. And bottom line, man, it was a banger, man. It was heavy. It was awesome. It's hard not to enjoy the contrast of bands that do the heavy grit vocals and then switch over to the clean sings. It's just, it takes you on a ride, and that's something that I enjoy the most, and that's why I like to live more in some metalcore subgenres than most, because I like that contrast, as opposed to just getting beat in the face from start to finish with, you know, screams, which I love too, but it's just something you can't compare whenever you got cleans and grits and the layers you guys are throwing in there. So super well done. So let me look over to chat here. I was too busy talking to see if anyone was asking other questions. I apologize for that. So let's see. No, I'm not seeing. Oh, wait. Payne, our moderator, was asking, are you guys all from the same area, or are you guys, you know, implants, or are you guys met elsewhere and came together, or how'd that work?
So we all are kind of around the Cleveland area, sort of. I'm about 40-ish, 45 minutes away from everyone and where the studio is and everything. But I actually met them at a music video shoot, and then pretty much just ended up hanging out with them afterwards, and then kind of got brought into the mix of everything.
Right. And to be honest, this is why we asked this question, because we get a ton of bands in here that are doing the distance recording thing. Dom prime example, Distance is Dead. They were. I'll let Dom explain that one, but we get a lot of bands that have band members in different states, and they're just tracking and throwing things over the fence to each other, and they come out with some great stuff. So it's been a very popular question on the show, because sometimes we get surprised at how far away some of these band members are from each other and still come up with this great content. And you know what, Dom, if you want, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about Distance is Dead and how you guys came up with that? That'd be a really cool backstory to have thrown in real quick.
Yeah, so we met on basically on TikTok just by doing duets with each other. So he'd do, just a guitar and then someone come add drums or bass, and then usually I just go put vocals on. I liked everything that he was putting out. It was like right up my alley on my taste and just the genre of music. And so we just stayed in contact and kept duetting each other. And then after a while, we ended up just coming together and say, hey, dude, let's make a band. So we just started uploading to Spotify and just some other places. But yeah, it's pretty crazy what technology is available today, like what you can really do with, whether it's just TikTok and meeting off there and then being able to really, 2 people or 3 or 4 people being able to sit back and create a full song from beginning to scratch, mix it, master it, and go through all of that. It's crazy to me. But yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Dom was actually probably one of the first bands I had on the show that was doing that. So it's kind of funny. Here we are talking about it again. But back to you guys. So give us a few plugs. Where would you like people to go and follow you and check in on you, or do you have any good gig coming up? You got an album coming out. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, you can definitely find us on almost every social media platform. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, you name it, we're there. 4Apps and Friends official platforms. Go ahead, give us a follow there. If you're in the Cleveland area, we have a show. We have a headlining show coming up on 4/20. So that'll be a good time. It's out in Akron at the Vortex. As far as new content, we're currently finishing up writing on a bigger batch of stuff. So hopefully here in the near future, we'll be ready to share a little more about that.
Right on, guys. And again, definitely you guys are welcome back anytime. Just keep in touch with me, and we definitely would love to have you guys back. You guys definitely are throwing down some hard shit. Let's see. Yeah, Pain's not too far away from you guys. Maybe she'll show up and show you guys some love. All right, let's see here. Anything else you guys want to shout out? I mean, floor is yours if you want it.
No, I think that'll be all for us. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for having us on the show today.
Appreciate you bringing us on.
Oh man, thank you guys for submitting the track and showing up, man. That's what it's about. If I didn't have tracks submitted to me, bands showing up, we wouldn't have a show. So thank you guys. And with that said, you know what? I know we got a lot of people in chat. I do see you. Don't hesitate to chat, ask questions. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get you guys really to get involved. Excuse me here. I got to clean up something real quick.
I have one more thing, actually, if you do not mind.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Go listen to the Banger Wednesdays playlist on Spotify.
Hey, you are the first one to actually pick up on that. Out of all the episodes, you're the first one to pick up on it. Yes, brainwash them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
It's all about that relentlessness, man.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, I'm not just blowing smoke up everyone's ass. I keep in touch with a lot of the bands that's been on the show, and one thing I do hear a lot is they are seeing increased traffic on their Spotify and on some of their other platforms because people find their way to the other platforms from the playlist. And the cool thing about the show is it didn't happen tonight, but we've had a lot of episodes where we've had bands from other countries. We've had Norway, we had France, we had Hungary, Australia. Oh man, I can't even think of all the other countries, but we had a ton of different countries, and so they happened to be on the same show, and all of a sudden they're getting these pings from not just the country that was on the show, but other countries. Surrounding that area, all from just being on the show and being on the playlist and people clicking around. So I pushed the hell out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna push the hell of it all night, and I don't apologize for it. But anyway, back to the chat. Again, I do see there's a lot of viewers on. do not hesitate to talk. And right now we're going to push you to it because we're doing something new season 2, and we're going to play one of the games. And bands, you are more than welcome to play along. Just make sure you respond in chat. That way it's fair. Just to give you guys a heads up, you will not win anything for this game. This one's for fun. The game we'll play later, though, will be for the prize giveaway. So let me go ahead and get this game queued up here. And, I'm affectionately calling it Who's Bigger. It's a joke. Anyway, so let's see here. This game is pretty straightforward, and don't cheat, you little suckers that I can't see your hands. All right? We got 2 bands I picked, Architects and Lamb of God. You are to guess which band has the most Spotify listeners currently. All right? We give you guys a couple seconds here. You know what? I forgot I had a handy dandy timer. We're going to start that bad boy up too. Here we go. You got 1 minute. Get them in. What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be that southern metal, or some of that modern slap? Y'all better not be cheating. All right. 30 seconds left, guys. Get your votes in.
Hey, Mr. Google is not allowed.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even know if Google will give you the right one because I pulled. Well, I'm not gonna tell you where I pulled them from because, well, you should have heard where I said I pulled them from. 5 seconds. Okay, again, I pulled this from Spotify yesterday, so they may have changed, but they shouldn't have much, if at all. Game over, timer. Okay, so here we go. I see we had votes both ways, so let's see here. We're gonna pull up this. Oh God, why is my screen doing craziness? Bear with me, guys. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so Lamb of God has 2.298, well, 2,298,000 monthly listeners. Architects. Boom. Why is my screen doing all this craziness? Anyway, Architects has, get back over here, 2.356. So yes, Architects currently has the most monthly listeners over Lamb of God, taking down some of the old school titans, you would say. So good guesses to everyone. You guys that guessed Lamb of God, sorry you suck. I'm just kidding. That was a tough one. I made it on purpose. I tried to get as close as I could with 2 different bands to make it hard. All right. We tried. All right, cool. So with that said, give you guys a little taste. We're gonna keep doing more things like that. I'm gonna streamline that a little bit. It was a little rough first episode. Wanted to see how everyone took to it, but I like the game. We got some other games lined up. The game later is a little different. It's fun too. With that said, for those just joining, I do have Escaping the Eclipse here. I have Reverse the Hollowing. I have 4 Absent Friends and Ashes in Discord with me. And again, we're going to move on to another band here in a minute. And if you're just joining, remember, if you want to take part in the free prize giveaway on the next game, go down to Twitch right here, hit the little follow button. Doesn't cost you anything, but it gives you opportunity to win this free prize. And you know what? It actually just clicked. So the Banger Wednesday shirts that we have are from the same place that I have my Forged by Titans shirts. And I do want to plug how awesome these shirts are, not because obviously it's Banger Wednesday shirts, but they're freaking awesome. They are athletic fit. They are stretchy. They do not fade. I've been having this shirt for about 2.5 years, and I wear it all the freaking time, so it gets washed and dried all the time. It does not wear out. So they're badass shirts. They're definitely not cheap, so you getting one for free is pretty awesome. I also heard that they, give you about 10 pounds more of muscle mass. They make you run a little bit faster, and they greatly increase the probability of getting laid. So definitely take part in the game and try and win one of these shirts. So with that said, I'm gonna quit joking around because I'm being a fool. So you know what? We're gonna go to my boy Josh from Reverse the Hollowing, and this is a little interesting for me here because as some of you know or may not know, let me get back over to the question form so I can get Josh bigger here. All right. So typically how Banger Wednesday works is, you know, I'm in a lot of metal communities and I put out these little posts and it's like, hey bands, send me your track. We'll go ahead and get you on the show, blah, blah, blah. Well, Josh was a little different. I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole as one does. And I came across this this video, and it was this guy, and he was doing, you know what, let me throw you over to the room. I'll show you guys a little clip of it. He's doing this, and I'm gonna mute it so I can talk over it. He's doing this 10-year guitar progress video, and let me speed it up here. Speed it up that way we see a little bit of it. But Josh on YouTube documented his progression playing guitar, and I watched it from start to finish. And wow, dude, look how baby face you look right there, man. Oh, what the hell happened? Yeah, you're all grown up now. But yeah, it was really awesome. I was super intrigued by it. It really hit home for me. You know, I'm self-taught and, you know, learned out of my house too. And so I reached out. Well, it took me a minute. I searched all over Facebook for this dude, and I ended up finding him and reached out to him and said, hey dude, I'd really like to have you on the show. I think this video is awesome. I think it would speak to a lot of people. And then he's also in a band, so we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. We're getting an awesome story, and we're going to get a track. But Josh, you know what? I'm talking a lot. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this YouTube video you did, and then, you know, kind of segue into your band and tell us a little bit about that.
It's weird. I've never had somebody say they recognize me from YouTube. That's never happened. like that's crazy. Because yeah, a lot of my efforts I'm also a content creator, mostly TikTok, YouTube, or now YouTube, but Instagram and whatnot. But yeah, dude, like Rocksmith 2014, when that dropped, I was like 13. I was like, Dad, I need this. And so that's what got me going here. And if you watch the video, you'll hear me at 16 play the demo version of what then became the song Descending. I think it's one of these next ones actually. I think it's in here somewhere, but yeah, I play a very early version of it. Cause yeah, I kind of explain, like, I started writing music pretty early, or I came up with a riff and I would just put it on Instagram. And so yeah, a lot of what my band's putting out now, if I need inspiration, I'll just go watch through some old stuff and like, that was a cool idea. So yeah, as far as the guitar journey and how that bleeds into the band, that's about it. Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about this particular track we're gonna play?
Yeah. It's called Descending. It's actually, we wrote it about the 100 for some reason. I don't know. That show just like spoke to me at one point, and so we're like, fuck it, we're doing this. As far as like instrumentally, so I write pretty much all of the instrumentals. I'll like hammer out the guitars, bass, and then I'll program the MIDI drums, and then my actual drummer will come through and he'll like put his own spice on it. And so we did have live drums recorded for this one. I think it is it's the one I'm most proud of, because I like to write. I like to mess with, I can't say progressive, but I like to take people on a journey as far as music. Of course, I like being heavy, but I also like melody a lot. And so metalcore is good for that because you can do both and it's still heavy in its own way. Yeah, so you get all of that. You get a nice little like 7/8, tempo or time signature change thing. It's cool. I like the song a lot. Drop C. I'm a 6-string guy primarily, religiously, but I do have a 7-string and an 8-string now. So I mean, we might be dabbling with that, but for the most part, man, I am simple. Drop C, A sharp too. I'm old school with metalcore, big Kill Switch Engage fan, and so you'll hear a lot of that as far as how I like to play. So yeah.
Awesome, man. I love some good traditional metalcore. I love Killswitch. You know, that's one of the bands, you know, I kind of cut my teeth on whenever I came into the whole scene. So you definitely got some awesome influences. Again, I watched this whole YouTube video, and again, just to plug this in, this guy documented 10 years of his freaking life of playing guitar. You know, I mean, but like, does that really sink in? You know, how much what's the word? Commitment had to be put into doing that. So I mean, definitely that's why I was like, dude, this dude actually did this for 10 years and like actually took the time to say, hey, all right, let's update. But again, the point was I heard a lot of the songs and tracks and riffs you were playing, and a lot of them were songs that were that hit me, you know, along the way. So it was really cool to watch you use them to make this progression video. So it was really awesome, man, really awesome. And I don't want to talk too much.
Appreciate that.
And let's get straight to the track. You know, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We're already in the viewing room, so let me go ahead and pull up the song. And again, we're gonna play this straight from the Banger Wednesday playlist because I already put his band on there. And this is Reverse the Hollowing guys. So put your ears to Twitch, and here we go. words of the great Matthew McConaughey. All right, so let me kick us over to the question and answer forum here, and you know, Josh and everyone on Twitch. I think just watching, you know, the cams and Discord kind of speak for himself, man. It was a pretty badass song, and
Thank you.
and it definitely hit me in the feels. You definitely, you know, when you said metalcore, you definitely brought the metalcore, and you said Killswitch Engage, and you brought it, and I can even bring it down to an exact album that it reminded me of Killswitch. Whenever I heard that song come in, it definitely reminded me of the Daylight Dies album.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one, man. That's
See?
the oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's the one.
Oh my goodness.
And
Mike.
that was a great album. You know, I don't share my age. I'm not that old, but I mean, I don't share my age. I was there whenever Killswitch, you know, first hit the scene. I think they were on Ferret. You know, I was obviously with Jesse leading, and I think the album was self-titled. And
Word.
you know, they were badass then. Then they came out with Alive or Just Breathing, and that's whenever they put like metalcore on the freaking map and established themselves as these monsters. And then you kind of thought that was gonna be like it. It's like there's no way they're going to ever beat that that level. And then, you know, here comes Daylight Dies, and it's just like that's it. These guys
Facts.
are like gods forever. But you definitely embodied that, man. I mean, it was so well done. The choice in phrasing on your riffs and your leads was so well done. Vocals. Remind me, did you have any of the vocal responsibility, or was that someone else?
No. So yeah, we're also a 6-piece. Well, we're kind of going through some lineup changes, but at this point we are a 6-piece. So yeah, we had one singer and then one screamer, and then for this song, my clean singer's girlfriend, she was at the house and she can sing really like unbelievably well. So we were like, do you want to be on this section of the song like real quick? And so yeah, we did all the vocals like in my closet at my old apartment. Pretty much all of it's in house except the drums. So yeah, it turned out great. Just to kind of talk about what we were talking about earlier, you can get results, fantastic results, pretty reasonably cheap. Because yeah, I did all the guitars, the bass, you know what I mean? All that was in-house, Reaper. And then we sent it off to be mixed and mastered, but yeah.
Right on. And,
yeah,
and you
man.
know what? I want to chime Dom in. I wanted to give him a second to catch his breath because I know he had to be out of breath with all that that banging he was doing. So come on, Dom. Let's hear what you got,
Bro,
man.
that breakdown. My goodness, dude. You came in before and you said, like, I want people to go through a journey, and metalcore is like really a good place to kind of speak like a medium. It's a great medium for that. And holy cow, yeah, that was a journey. It started off so like melodic. We kind of came in slow and it just picked up, and then it was like breakdown and picked up some more. And then it was just in your face break. Oh man, dude, that was good. And remind me again, did you do the bass and the guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, I heard those freaking funky riffs in the back. I was like, oh, man, amazing job, dude. Really amazing job. Your whole, man, yeah. You saw me. I was enjoying that. That was the breakdown hit, and then just like you said, it's got like some Killswitch vibes, but it's so unique, and it's just the way it just progressed throughout the song is something I think a lot of songs are missing these days, because it's just. The metalcore, especially as a genre, is really cookie cutter these days. You know, you got past like 2015, 2016, and it's been a whole bunch of just cookie cutter, like that same kind of modern sound. And this is kind of bringing it back, but bringing it forward in a way with kind of telling a story through the music. And so the vocalist and you guys did amazing. I love that.
Oh,
Bro, that's not even our heavy one, dog. Like you have more to look forward to.
Oh, I'm excited.
I like that solely because I lean more in the melodic thing than the heavy thing, but both works really well. It's like, you know, because you can make people feel emotions with the breakdowns. You know what I mean? Like you can cry to a breakdown, sure. Like that's possible. So I mean, it's cool to be able to embody that and to do it. And just express yourself. especially like being somebody that's like if I want to like pick up a bass, pick up a guitar, like being able to play more than one instrument is also nice too. Because a lot of people have ideas, but if you don't know how to program drums or play bass, it's like your full idea. It's hard to make it come to light because your idea sounds different in context versus just by itself. So it's cool being able to write an idea to completion, which is cool with the internet these days, and you can teach yourself anything, which is what I did with guitar. So
Yeah, and in case anyone was wondering, what does it take to write a song this good? Apparently, it's 10 years of guitar training and documenting it on YouTube. And that's the kind of
honestly,
music
man, I say this all the time because a lot of my ideas are from the fact that I learned a song that I really, really, really liked. And so you can change the order. Like guitar riffs typically go A, B, A, B. You know what I mean? It's like you have a riff, you have a transition, and then you play the riff again, and then you have another transition. It can be the same or a different one. And so sometimes you can write a guitar riff, like a motif of a riff from a fill or like some sort of transitory thing. And that's where I kind of was like, okay, we can puzzle piece this and I can make a totally original idea from something that wasn't necessarily the main idea. You know what I mean? Like they just threw something in there and I heard it and I was like, that's awesome. That is going to be the main idea of something I'm going to come up with. You know what I mean? So it's kind of how you think about it. Like it has nothing to do really with longevity. I feel like you just got to have the creative mindset, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I know people that's played instruments for ever longer than me, or just been in music in general longer than me, and they can play some mean covers, but then you say, hey man, you got anything original, or do you want to work on something original? And it's just like they fall to pieces. Like they don't even know where to begin to write an original song, and they're clearly talented. They clearly understand theory, and if you don't have that creative bone or the ability to build off of like one little thing, you're kind of gonna be hard pressed to come out with a song, man. Not only come out with a song, but come out with a song that's either catchy or has a nice hook or something,
Yeah.
But yeah, the taking the time and effort, like you're saying, it helps. But if you don't have that creative stroke, you're gonna be hard pressed. But man, again, so now that we're coming for full circle, we started off talking about this 10-year progress video with you, and now seeing what came of all that. It's like, okay, awesome. Not only did he do this, it actually did something good, and he came out with a badass song, so it wasn't a letdown.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't have faith in you, but I'm just happy that it wasn't a letdown. Oh, hang on. I saw something pop up in chat real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, pain. Oh, geez. I'll talk about that here in a second. What Pain's talking about, but again, man, super badass track. Dom, was there anything else you wanted to touch on before I keep talking away as one does, or as I do?
No, not really. I think that was honestly like you really embodied what you were initially stating at the beginning, and you want to take people through a journey. You took them through a journey, and I think that was heard through a lot of the complexity, through the bass lines, the riffs, and just really the song composition. You did a really wonderful job, man. And so did your drummer. Like you said, you put the MIDI in and you added some. You could definitely hear that spice he put on there.
Yeah.
And the vocalist too, and having those three combined, and I wasn't excited. Blue, like you're hearing these awesome screams, and these cleans are coming in, and then this girl comes in with these awesome clean, like these powerful, like deep cleans. Oh, and I was like, man, this is just, it has everything. So really awesome job, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just again for those that haven't been following the show long, this is something that's been like so awesome with the show, and just to give you guys some backstory, whenever I first started this, and I won't. Oh, I got an ad break coming in a little bit. Let me see if I can fit it in. If not, we'll carry the story over through the ad. I started this because, like everyone, I fall down the YouTube rabbit hole, which is how I found Josh. And, you know, some of my favorite content creators are the guys that do the review reaction videos. And it's great. It's great content. I love it. But then it started clicking. You know, here I am. I'm in a band and I'm trying to get heard. And I know there's other bands in these communities I talk to that are also writing music. They're trying to get heard. And they got these content creators that have this huge platform, and they could literally do, you know, anything, listen to any band they want, and they'll get their views probably. But they always choose those bands that are going to get heard anyway. They got labels, they got money, they have platforms already. So I don't want to say it's kind of like pointless for them to do it, but at the same time, there could be other bands that could benefit from it more. Anyway, long story short, it was just kind of like frustrating. And I was like, you know what? Let me just put some feelers out there and like, bands, you guys want to, if I start doing something like this, would you guys want to put your music on it and try and get heard? Long story short, to what started me wanting to talk about this is, when Dom can attest to this, and Bryce and Chad, if he's still here, he can attest to it. We get some of the most, I don't know, cool sounding bands in this show. Bands that sometimes it blows my mind that aren't out there touring with the likes of Killswitch and whatnot, because they bring these little twists, and some, it's so hard for them to get that platform to be heard. And we've just been having so many awesome bands, and you guys heard some of them in the Spotify playlist on the intro. And honestly, the bands we've been listening to all night have been bringing some pretty awesome little twists and different flavors to the subgenres they live in. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there. That's backstory, and just to kind of again attest to what Josh and Dom was talking about. They obviously embodied some Killswitch and some metalcore, but they threw in those extra little twists, like with the female vocals, and added some little modern twist in there. But I mean, that's what the show's about. Do have an ad break coming in. With that said, you know what, Josh, is there any other plugs you want to plug? I know you got your YouTube content, and I think you said TikTok, and I guess the band. So if you want to plug some of that in, we can get that in before the break.
Yeah, man. I'm Josh Rez on all platforms, and my band, pretty much, we're kind of going through a similar thing that Kyle said. We're kind of going through a rebrand, but on Instagram, we are Reverse the Hollowing. So that's all we got.
Right. All right, and with that said, Josh, first off, man, again, I still can't get over that you managed to do a video, a 10-year progression video. That's just insane. I wouldn't have that commitment. I mean, it takes me forever to get, you know, an album together, much less 10 years worth of guitar progress content. But kudos to you, badass track. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight and bring all this awesome content. And with that said, we do have one more band tonight, and we do have the prize giveaway game, so don't go anywhere as yet, guys, if you're, you know, hanging around to do that. We do have an ad break coming in, and I don't want to not get Jack all the ears he can, so I will do a little bit more story time as we go through this ad break, and then we'll pick up with Jack Ashes, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw him on the big camera while we wait. And you know, let's see, what can I tell you guys for story time while we go through this ad? Let's see. Talk about. Okay, I know what we can talk about. Let's have a little quiz. Where can you go to find all these bands if you can't remember the plugs? Anyone? Yep, I'll go ahead and plug it. All right. Again, all the bands tonight are going to be on the official Spotify Banger Wednesday playlist. We will plug that in chat all night. Again, prize giveaway game is coming up here soon after we get through Jack and his band. Again, to take part in the prize giveaway, you can play the game no matter what, but to actually win the prize giveaway, you have to, 1, win in the game, and 2, go down here in Twitch, hit that little follow button. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it just opens doors and opportunities for the show and all these bands. And that's what it's all about. It helps us, you know, do these prize giveaways and whatnot. And let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, we do have some Banger Wednesday hats that I have coming in. So that'll be part of the prize giveaways coming up. And we do have some other bands that have been on the show that are actually going to donate some of their swag to the show for giveaways. So if you want some other band merch, be sure to come in every Wednesday, take part in the games, follow the show. And again, just to plug it in, if you miss this live on Twitch, it will be on YouTube. We will probably do some snippets on TikTok, and eventually we'll be live on TikTok simultaneously with Twitch. Let's see, ad break is coming back in about 50 seconds. So again, just to kind of plug some of the guys that have been supporting the show. Again, we got Dom here with us. He is a TikTok content creator and the vocalist for Distance is Dead, badass band. Go check them out. And again, I do want to shout out Pain and Gain, our moderator. He's a pro game streamer. If you like watching people, play all kinds of games and, have a really great time, go check her out. I had another friend hop in, SXK. He's another game streamer. I pinged him. Go ahead, follow him too. All these people were instrumental in getting this show up and running and keeping it going, and allowing us to keep doing this show. Because whenever I first did episode 1 of this, I'll be real honest with you guys. Episode 1 was literally, I think, just me sitting in this damn room by myself. None of the bands showed up. And it was just me listening to these songs by myself. And after that first episode, I was like, well, crap, that didn't last as long as I thought it would. I thought I'd at least get 2 episodes. But I got 1 in. No one showed up. And, I was like, you know what? A whole bunch of bands sent me their tracks. Screw it. If I got to sit here by myself and listen to these tracks by myself, that's what I'm going to do. They want to get heard. I'm going to listen to them. And lo and behold, here we are, season 2. We're getting great traffic for the bands. Spotify playlist is a huge part of that. And, it's all because the bands show up and you all on Twitch show up and show them the love that they deserve because they put in the hard work. But you know what? Enough of me just talking to kill time because it was an ad break. And, I apologize. We have to do the ad breaks because, like I said, it helps us keep these prize giveaways going. But I did not want Jack to not be heard by everyone. So here we are back. I got Jack with Ashes. And Jack, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your band, tell us about the track, and I'll get that queued up and we're going to check it out, man.
Alrighty. First and foremost, thanks for having me. It's been awesome tonight. These bands have been really cool. It's going to be hard to follow you guys up. Killed it. So I'm Jack from the band Ashes. We're based in Buffalo, New York. And this song is called Vesuvius. We kind of sit in between metalcore and deathcore. We bounce back and forth. Some songs you hear from us will just be like, hey, that's a metalcore song. But this one leans a little bit more into the deathcore side. It's a bit heavier. Lyrically, the song is from the perspective of someone named Pliny the Younger witnessing the eruption of Mount Vesuvius and seeing the destruction of his home Pompeii.
Nice. I like that, man. It's actually, if for those of you that actually paid attention in history class, it's something that whenever someone mentions it, you think of that whole story of what happened. But I don't know. This is probably the first time I've actually heard someone use it as an influence to a track. So I'm excited to hear how you translated that into a song. So without further ado, let's just hop straight into it. And I'm sure we're going to have a ton of questions and comments after. So let me throw you guys over into the viewing room. So hold on to your butts. Here we go. And this is a video, guys. So if you're listening on Twitch, put your eyes on YouTube or on Twitch, and you can watch this little video track here. And here we go. This is Ashes, and the track is called Vesuvius. Here we go.
It was so particularly violent that night that it not only shook, but actually overturned, as it would seem, everything about us.
Well, all right. You know, first off, let me get everyone back over into this like little question and answer room we got here. All right. I was gonna let you go first, Dom, but I gotta call out this dude on one thing real quick. I love how he was like, oh, there was a lot of great bands tonight, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to follow this up. And then he drops this like badass deathcore track, and everyone's like going ape shit in Discord. So I like how you tried to play that little trick, buddy. But I caught you. I see you. I see what you're doing there. But yeah, Dom, you were going hard. I know you were feeling it. What you got to say, man? Let's hear it.
Heavy, boy, heavy. I love it. Yeah, that was awesome. And following up on what Josh said, yeah, you're just sitting on fire, and you're like, they don't know I'm gonna hand it out. They don't know I'm gonna hand it out, and you handed it out, bro. That was good, dude.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
wow. Yeah, that was so heavy, dude. So my first impression at the beginning of the song is like if, like, I set my friends on fire, went modern, and then they actually were coherent. Like, that was kind of my first like when I hearing that, and it's just holy cow, like, and vocals on that were so just dynamic. There was a lot of different, whether it was just like the good old Rees or the man. Yeah, no, I just love. Yeah, freaking, it was heavy. It kept energy. There was some melodic like breaks in it that were kind of took you back before we jumped back straight into it. And yeah, no, I love that. That was freak. That was good, dude. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, like I said, you were trying to pull a fast one on us. So like, I don't know, I'm gonna follow this up, and then he brings this badass track that's got a lot of power to really kind of wrap everything up for us, and just kind of piggyback on some of the vocal things like Dom was putting on the vocals. Let me back up, Jack. Remind me, what are you responsible for in this band?
Vocals.
Okay, so you, man, that's exactly where I was about to touch. You have some powerful vocals. Dom's well more versed than I am as far as what kind of scream and what type of singing you're doing and whatnot. But as a musician, I know that you have a powerful ass vocal. You when you are screaming, you feel it, man. And obviously the music behind you, thumping and hitting hard with that powerful ass vocal line. Is definitely something that gets people moving. Again, we all saw it in Discord. Everyone had a great time. The song slaps. It was hard. And just to kind of speak about some of the instrumental stuff, the guitars, totally loved it. Would you know, or did you do any of the guitar tracking? Was that 6-string, 7-string, 8-string tuning?
7-string, drop A0.
Okay. Yeah. I could tell it was low, but again, it kept a lot of clarity in it. So whenever they were doing, I want to say it was maybe some dissonant notes in there and whatnot, they were noticeable. It was all clear. It was very well done. Was this all done home studio, or you guys kind of went commercial studio? How'd that go?
This was all here. Very much the same situation with the as the other guys before me. MIDI drums, got the Axe effects. Yeah, it was actually done in this room. Vocals recorded right there. So it was
Nice.
just all at home. Fun fact for the guitar nerds: our guitarists have decided it's a great idea to tune their second and third strings a half step apart. So that's how they do all the crazy dissonant slides up and down.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, makes sense. Huh? I've never tried that. I imagine that's got to be. I mean, it's probably
It's
really.
bizarre.
Yeah, it's really cool if you're going to do stuff like that. I'm kind of wondering how that affects doing other riffs and lead type situations. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's a really cool idea. I never thought about that, but really cool. Definitely into that for sure. I kind of just neglected chat. Let me scroll through there real quick. See if we got anything in here that we need to throw at you. Oh, we just want to do a real quick shout out to Sith Queen. Good friend showing some love. Another pro game streamer. Master the Doctor jacks this amazing live. That one escaped me. Let's see. Funktastic, I would make love to that man. His music rocks. I hope you know who that
Oh
person
my.
is.
You want to Brie right now?
Oh, they're gonna put you on the spot. Oh,
Did
got
it go
you.
through it all?
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
got it.
I wasn't sure if it was gonna gate it
Yeah.
out.
I don't know. I'm still laughing on the inside that how this guy kind of went into this track. He's like, man, I don't know. I'm gonna follow that up with our track, And here we are, this freaking getting our faces beat in. But again, I do like talking about the show and how it's evolved. And prime example here. Look at all the bands we had tonight. Look at how we kind of went from A to Z in the subgenres of metal. Went from metalcore to other metal, that deathcore, and again, you guys heard it in the intro. All the different styles we got. We had prog. I think one of the other bands that was played was Norwegian melodic metalcore. Sorry, but yeah, man, it's just funny. Like, I don't plan these shows at all. I just randomly select the bands that send me submissions in, and I get these lineups that's just like, they always end up being great shows. We get all these flavors. They're all bangers. And then every once in a while, we got these guys like Jack that try and throw all this shady shit and like, I can't follow this up with my track, and then he beats the hell out of us. But yeah, great content though, man.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, I'm probably going to, you know what, Payne, please do me a favor and remind me, or Dom, please do me a favor and remind me. We're gonna take a clip of this Twitch stream when he's saying, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna follow this up, and it's gonna be a quick flash to like his breakdown in their song, and then we're gonna come back to the clip of me calling him out, and that's gonna be our TikTok clip. Someone's got to remind me to do that. I'm so gonna hang you out to dry, bro. But it's gonna be great.
Oh man.
I'm gonna make sure I tag you though. You're gonna get all your love for it. It'll be great, man. It'll be great. Just let it happen. I got candy. It's okay. But yeah, chat. Anything else you guys want to say? I tell you what, Jack. Is there anything else you want to plug or shout out while we let chat do some thinking?
Yeah. I got a couple links over here. I'm just gonna slap in the chat. We're primarily active on Facebook and Instagram right now, so I'll slap those in there. Boom.
Yeah. Okay. And while he's doing that, let me go ahead and remind everyone: don't go anywhere. The show's not over yet. This was the last band, but we are still going to do the game for the prize giveaway. If you still want to take part in that, go down to Twitch, hit follow first. That's prerequisite number 1, and then hang on for the game, and you got to win it. Yeah, so Jack just went ahead and plugged in all of his links. And again, if for whatever reason you lose your little notepad with these links or whatever the hell you're doing with them, and you want to come find Jack, his song, every other song that we played tonight, and every song before that's ever been on Banger Wednesday is on the official Spotify Banger Wednesday playlist. Go there, you can find his band, click on his band, and then sky's the limit from there, okay? So yeah, Jack, anything else you want to say?
That's about it for now, man. Thank you again so much. This was awesome.
No, man, thank you for coming and trying to pull a fast one on me. You know, it made for great content. Badass track. Dom, I mean, is there anything you want to say to Jack before we move on to the game?
Honestly, um, there's a lot of people out there who try to stream, and as much as they will, it's just there's not as much depth or dynamic into it. You know, they learn how to do like the basic false chord, and then they think they're the freaking next Alex the Terrible. But to be honest, dude, like the dynamic range you have in your voice and the ability to transition and the way you're doing all of your screams are freaking amazing. That your tone is so unique. So I mean, keep writing bangers like that, dude. Because seriously, it was extremely unique. It was refreshing to listen to, and is coherent. Your vowel pronunciation and the way you're able to hold your words, even on your breeze, were freaking. It was pretty good, dude.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Definitely. And again, just another great track to wrap up the tracks for this evening. So again, thank you, Jack, for bringing another awesome track. And you know what? Let's go ahead and move on to I don't want to say the main event, but let's get to the prize giveaway. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys another few seconds. If anyone wants to join the game, step number 1, hit follow. That's how you enter. Doesn't cost you anything. So here's how the game's gonna work. You can only answer in the Twitch chat. So for whatever reason, if you're not in front of your Twitch chat, get there. The first person to enter the right answer in chat will win. Okay? I'm going to have a timer. I'm going to let the timer run down to 0 before I say who had the right answer. So until the timer goes out, you can answer. Okay? You never know. All right. We've all played, well, I would like to think we've all played Hangman or even seen Wheel of Fortune, right? Okay? So we're going to do a little bit of Hangman minus the part where you get to throw out letters for those that know how to play it. We're going to start off with, it's going to be a band name that everyone should know if you've been in the metal community for any length of time. There will be blanks. Obviously, you can count the blanks to see how many letters are in the band's name, and I will provide you a couple letters for hint. Okay? 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, I'm going to put a few extra letters up to give you guys more of a hint. 20 seconds, I put more letters up, and that's going to be it. Then you're going to have 20 seconds after that point, so a minute total to guess this band. Okay? You can only answer in the Twitch chat to win. Remember to hit follow. All right. So here we go. Let me get my timer up. Is that it? Apologies, my friends. Okay. I'm going to give you guys like maybe a second after I show it before I hit the timer. All right. So, and before we start, I'm going to give you one hint. Ready? It's not Taylor Swift. I'll give you another hint. It's not Miley Cyrus either. Again, the metal band you all know. You got a minute. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start timer in just a second. So get a quick look. And here we go. Timer starting. This is a metal band you've all heard before, or should have. If not, you're going to learn today. Okay. So I haven't seen any guesses yet. Next set of letters is coming in. Here we go. Right, 10 more seconds and we're throwing some more letters in there. It's a metal band. They scream. Here we go. Next set of letters. Boom. Come on, guys. This is it. I'm not giving you any more hints. Well, I lie. It's not, it is not Kenny G. Ooh, I see a lot of answers coming in now. Let's see who's going to win it, though. I didn't see who was the first to post. Game over. All right. All right. I'm not going to say who won yet. I'm going to show you what the answer was first. Boom. Suicide Silence. All of you, I imagine, have heard of this band. They're iconic. You know, they're known. I believe, and please, anyone correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken, the vocalist that really elevated them to a new level was, I think, Mitch Lucker or something like that. Yeah, I see some head shakes, yeah. So, there you go, guys. So, let's see who the winner is. We're going to scroll chat and see who the first person was to say Suicide Silence. And you know what, Payne, just verify with me. Does it look like Rustic was the first one to say Suicide Silence? That.
Yep, it was definitely Rustic.
All right. Rustic, congratulations. You have won one of the brand new Banger Wednesday t-shirts. For those of you that haven't had a chance to see them yet, unfortunately, I haven't got one of my own yet. Our moderator has. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. So I use the same company that I use for my personal band shirts. Athletic Fit, super stretchy. I've been having this one for about 2 years. And as you can see, it still looks like it's brand new, and I wear it all the time, wash it, dry it. And if you missed earlier, the other little perks to having one of these shirts, they add 10 pounds of muscle mass, you run faster, and the biggest perk of all is it greatly increases your chances of getting laid. So congratulations, Rustic. Thank you for playing the game. Now, Rustic, don't go anywhere just yet. I need to get with you so we can communicate, because I am going to need some information so I can send you this, and we'll get you hooked up. And you know what? Once you get it, if you would do me a huge favor, take a picture of you wearing it. We'll tag you on all of our social media, and we would love it. So thanks again for taking part. Thanks again to everyone for playing the game. That was awesome. I'm glad it worked, you know, because I was kind of worried I was going to click the wrong button and show you guys the answer first instead of last. And thankfully that didn't happen. All right. Again, you know what, Dom? We need to wrap this up with a bow so everyone can get to bed at a decent hour. Is there anything you want to say before we roll out of here, Dom?
Every time, just like Josh said, I'm in the equal boat. I am thoroughly impressed with the talent and just the drive. Whether it's like hearing someone's story and they've been playing guitar for 10 years, they upload a progress video and they're working their butt off every day, making the grind for that, you know, the creator grind, or, you know, just all of you really shown just your talents and abilities. And just to preface this is, none of you are without an extreme work ethic, because it truly does show. You don't get where you guys are at and the level you guys have achieved by just being talented. You guys have all put so much hard work into your craft, and it really is perfected and shown through every one of your guys' songs. And it was a treat to listen to all of them. There wasn't one song I listened to that I was like, oh, well, that was all right. Like every single one, it was banger after banger. So amazing job, guys. Keep grinding and working hard, because it's paying off. And for every single one of you, it's all paying off.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, Dom hit the nail on the head. I mean, this show is what it is because we have guys like this and gals that show up with these badass tracks, put in the hard work, and you know, just show up, man. And again, thank you for everyone in chat and on Twitch that showed up for the show. Rustic, if you didn't see in chat, scroll back up. I did give you a link to the Banger Wednesday on Twitch Facebook page. Message me there. Or if you want, you can message me here on Twitch. You can find the little message button, whisper, or whatever it's called here. You can message me here, and I'm going to get your size. I'm going to get you to pick a color, because in case you guys didn't know, we got a bunch of different colors. And we'll get you set up, man. So don't forget to do that. Or lady, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your gender. We're talking. So Rustic, hit me up. And again, with that said, thanks for that, Dom. Dude, I honestly, I'm so freaking stoked. I'm stoked, number one, that we've made it to season 2, and now I'm even more stoked that we wrapped up episode 1 of season 2, and it went off awesome. I mean, we had great bands. The games went off well. Everyone had fun. We gave away our first giveaway prize to someone. So it's looking great, and all that means is all these bands like you guys get to come in and get heard, and hopefully, you know, we keep trending that way, and everybody that joins the show, you know, gets heard, and we grow, and each band grows. So again, I'm gonna plug it one more time. Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. Show your love for all these bands. Go there, find them, listen to them, go to their pages, follow them. We did this for the bands, so you support us by going do that for these bands. That's what it's about. With that said, you know, I talked a lot. I know a lot of us got day jobs. So again, going to give some more quick shout outs to our moderator Pain and Gain for being instrumental in keeping this stream going. Shout out to my boy Dom for showing up and being a part of the co-host panel and supporting the show. And again, another big shout out to the bands that showed up and everyone on Twitch for showing up and watching. And you know what? That's it. We're going to wrap it there, guys. And this is how I end every show, man. Be safe. Keep banging your heads. And we're going to see you next Wednesday. And to wrap it all up, we're going to go ahead and throw you guys over into the listening room one more time, because we're going to play a track from a previous band that was featured on Banger Wednesday from the Spotify playlist. We'll listen to that and we'll call it good. So thank you guys for joining. See you next Wednesday. Here we go. We're going to shoot over there and we are going to listen to, let's see who gets picked this week. How about these guys? Here we go. See you guys next Wednesday.
Brave